shortly, hopefully on our next card. But boy, that was a short notice change right there.
Yeah, right on the
That's as short as
fly.
it gets, baby.
Yep, and you know, I tell the young fighters, the young amateur fighters on our team, get used to that. It happens where you're gonna take a fight on short notice, but even at the highest level at the UFC, it happens sometimes where your opponent misses weight or something happens. So as a fighter, know when to take the risk, but sometimes it pays off to be ready.
You are looking at the strawweights who will be fighting shortly in an extreme matchup. Three 3-minute rounds at 115 pounds. Here we go. Bianca Sattelmayer versus Florencia La Leona Greco.
Yep, they're going to get started here, and this is going to be, I think, another really fun fight. This is going to be the first of 3 fights in the strawweight division, and the only competitor who's not from Brazil. We have Greco, who is from Argentina.
Especialista em kickboxing e Muay Thai, vai ter que enfrentar a fúria brasileira dentro do cage do SFT.
Stepping into the venue here in beautiful Sao Paulo, Brazil, for her fight in the SFT 22 for breast awareness matchup. And it looks like she's got her Halloween digs on, Billy.
Yeah. Not so fast. Looks like a little confusion at the front.
I saw Greco and then I saw Sattelmayer. I'm not really sure. Okay, it looks like they've got Greco. All right,
coming out first.
Yeah, Greco coming out first. That's okay. We had her flipped around. That's probably why it was confusing up there at the gate as well. But they ran her package first, and it should have been Sattelmayer's package. But nonetheless, let's take a look at Florencia La Leona Greco. She's 5'4", got a black belt in Muay Thai, a black belt in kickboxing. She's a low kick specialist. She, as we had mentioned earlier, is from the country of Argentina, so there's a little extra tension, a little extra motivation, a little extra incentive for these 115-pounders to win here, because apparently Brazil and Argentina have a little bit of a rivalry going.
Yeah, and look at her stats. 8 consecutive victories, 3 victories coming by knockout. And, when you hear 115-pound ladies, that's impressive. 3 victories by knockout. Muay Thai black belt and kickboxing black belt. So she's been super active with the striking. She's very, very comfortable with this rule set. So this is just going to be, I think, a barn burner of a fight.
She is the number 1 115-pounder in the entire country of Argentina in the Kickboxing Federation. So this is, as you were mentioning, Billy, this is a fighter who knows how to win. Look at that. Like you said, 8 consecutive victories, and not just a black belt in kickboxing, but also a black belt in Muay Thai. So this young fighter has spent a ton of time in the stand-up game.
For sure.
Training angles, training elbows, training knees.
Yeah, and if you look at both these lady stats, you can kind of see why they've been matched up together. Super high level striking, fireworks of a fight. I can't imagine this fight not being extremely exciting. We're going to see Bianca Sattelmayer come out here in a minute. She's 12-3, fighting Florencia Greco, who's 22-6. So both records just outstanding. And there's a reason why. You know, Bianca coming in here with a Muay Thai black belt, a kickboxing brown belt, also an MMA fighter, so I'm sure she's got a little bit of grappling experience that she won't be using today. She's also coming off 6 consecutive victories, 2 by knockouts, and she's never been knocked out. So the tale of the tape on these two ladies basically is telling us that this is going to be an exciting fight. It's going to be a violent fight, going to be very aggressive with both ladies. You know, they're going to do whatever it takes to win this fight.
And Sattelmayer with an interesting story. She's married to her trainer and coach, and she also has a very close alliance with his brother. So Ricardo Sattelmayer, who's also a fighter, Aline Sattelmayer, who is also a fighter, and it's sort of like the three amigos, and they're all specialists in MMA and Muay Thai. They're all elite athletes in Muay Thai and kickboxing. And as you said, she's got that jiu-jitsu. You saw that in the graphic. She's got that jiu-jitsu background as well. She's not going to be able to use it in this extreme fight. In the SFT Extreme, you cannot go to the ground. It's essentially MMA, stand-up, same gloves, same rules. You know, you can utilize Muay Thai, you can utilize kickboxing, but you just cannot go to the ground with the jiu-jitsu. But she is very well armed for a stand-up fight as well.
Yeah, she's got the pedigree already. You wonder if, you know, doing that much jiu-jitsu, you know, because like if most of the time when an MMA fighter fights a straight up, you know, Muay Thai fighter or boxer, you know, that fighter's going to have the advantage with the striking. But I don't know with Bianca, because she looks like the type where, you know, she's got the striking and the grappling, you know, so it doesn't look like she's taking anything off. Her coach looks like a very good Muay Thai coach. I can just tell by looking at him. He's wearing all the Muay Thai stuff. So I don't think either girl is gonna, you know, be lacking anywhere. I think this is gonna be a high level fight. And we're gonna see who lands that first shot and who's able to go throughout this whole fight, because I'm expecting, you know, just a 9-minute war here between, you know, two high level strikers.
Like you said, look at that record: 12-3 versus 22-6. Both young fighters, 24 and 26. Height advantage definitely is gonna go to Greco, but other than that, it looks pretty close. She's got a reach advantage of 3 inches as well, so she might want to be, you know, fighting this extreme matchup at distance, and see if she can pick her apart with the jab.
Este combate será de Kickboxing Extreme, categoria peso palha, até 52 quilos e 300 gramas. Serão 3 rounds de 3 minutos. Vamos lá, no corner azul com ela. 24 anos de idade, 1,59 m de altura. Bateu 52 quilos e 700 gramas, com 12 vitórias e 3 derrotas. Da equipe Sattelmayer Top Team, da cidade de São José dos Campos, representando o Brasil. E número 6 no ranking SFT, Bianca Sattelmayer. E a sua adversária no corner vermelho, 26 anos de idade, 1,67 m de altura. Bateu 52 quilos e 100 gramas, com 22 vitórias e 6 derrotas. Da equipe do Rossier Pente, da cidade de Buenos Aires, representando a Argentina. E número 5 no ranking SFT, Florencia, Greco. Combate arbitrado pelo senhor Flávio Almendra.
This should be a good one, Billy. 3 rounds of stand-up war between two elite strikers. Oh my goodness, they're getting their final instructions from the referee here. There you see that height advantage. See that height advantage that Sattelmayer is going to have to give up against Greco.
Exactly. Yeah, and
So
man, you
Greco
can feel
on
the
the-
intensity in here.
Yep. Greco on the right-hand side of your screen. Sattelmayer now on the left-hand side of your screen.
Yep, two
Oh,
winning streaks
beautiful
on
right
the
hand
line.
there from Greco.
And they're off and swinging right away like we thought.
Here we go. Oh, my goodness. Oh, straight left
Man.
hand, Billy.
Wow,
The
they're
left-hand
coming at
jab.
it right away.
Sattelmayer
two righties
stuck
coming out
that in
super
Greco's
aggressive.
face.
It says they're both really good with the low kick. They're both using them so far to get started.
Yeah, and
You
you
can
can
tell
see the
these-
switch, too. They know how to get that Muay Thai hip into that inside leg kick, too, for maximum damage. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at the Muay Thai
Wow.
plum. Yeah, you can already see the increased Muay Thai experience. Oh, that left hand is finding a home.
Yeah, this is
It's just a
good
simple
fight.
jab, Billy.
Yeah, Bianca's got that look in her eye. She's looking for the knockout right away.
Oh, my goodness. Sattelmayer is stepping into the pocket, the nice right hand from Greco. Woo!
Yep, and we're joined back here by owner David Hudson. David, what do you got for us, bud? We'll get him after.
We'll get
Wow,
him in
what
a little
just-
bit.
Just an absolute barn burner of a fight, which we expected here.
Beautiful trading here. The knees, not much defense in terms of checking kicks. They're just stepping in and trading kicks.
Yep, and what we heard about their low kicks, both low kicks are looking good. Sattelmayer's is looking a little more aggressive right now.
Greco's in a little bit of trouble here, Billy.
Yep. She's pinned up against the cage. Sattelmayer looking for the kill.
Greco's got some damage on the left cheekbone. Hard to tell. It's below the eye. It shouldn't have any vision issues.
Yeah, but you can definitely tell she's wearing that damage coming in from Sattelmayer. She's throwing hard. You can tell. You can see it all over Greco's face. She's wearing it.
Yeah, Sattelmayer's getting more on her punches. She's
got
doing
a
more
little more
damage.
pop.
Yep, a little more pop.
Little more pop, and neither girl's really taking off. They're both throwing with bad intentions.
Nice teep kick there from Greco, keeping Sattelmayer honest.
Yeah, nice leg kick again by Sattelmayer.
And the Brazilian's
What a
giving
fight.
us the hey!
Yeah, what a fight. And the Argentinian, she's still very much in this fight. They are trading right now. And we're going to see if cardio becomes an issue, because both these girls, such a high intensity, one of them might start slowing down soon.
Beautiful first round there for Sattelmayer.
Yeah, not sure what
Referee.
happened there.
Yeah, I guess.
Thought I
okay,
heard
now
a
it's
bell.
stopped. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I heard a bell too. Maybe there was
I did too. I heard a bell.
miscommunication.
Yeah, there's maybe the timekeeper inadvertently jacked that bell a little bit early. The referee looked like he may have said, no, you got 10 more seconds to go. But look
Yeah,
at this
he was
action
on it.
from early in the round, Billy.
Non-stop action from these strawweights, and that's what they bring to the table. Non-stop with the leg kicks. We heard about them, and it looks like they're trying to prove a point. Who's the better kicker?
Well, I'm scratching down a 10-9 in round one for Sattelmayer on that one.
Yep, we're going to have to score it the same. She was a little bit more aggressive. Her punches just seemed to do a little bit more damage, a little more pop in them. But, Greco is still in this fight. Going into the second round, going into the third round, we're going to see who has the better conditioning.
What a round.
Wow,
Here we
just
go,
cracking,
round two.
cracking each other. What a round one.
I don't hear anything.
Nice deep kick there from Greco.
Yeah, they're feeling each other out a little bit, but you can tell
Another
things
one.
are about to pop off.
The teep kick's working for Greco. It's kept
Yeah,
Sattelmayer honest a couple times. Now Sattelmayer says, you take one.
Yeah. Really, Greco's really, really kick heavy, where I think Sattelmayer is doing a better job mixing in punches too.
I agree. Better
I think she's the better
combinations from
puncher.
Sattelmayer. Yeah, she has more weapons.
Yeah,
she's
and those
a much
hooks,
better
man,
puncher.
you can tell
Oh.
that she's doing damage. Non-stop, relentless action from Sattelmayer. This rep's having a hard time breaking him up.
Back to the center of the cage they
My
go.
God, sucks
Greco's
already.
trying to get her way back into this. She's trying to fight. She's trying to give everything she has, but Sattelmayer a little bit too much, especially when Sattelmayer closes the distance, steps into the pocket, lets her hands go. Greco has no answer.
Yep, they're standing right here and trading. And Greco's doing what she can. She's throwing a lot of kicks. I think she needs to get a little more aggressive with her hands. I think Bianca's doing a good job mixing her hands in, kind of bullying her a little bit at this point in the fight.
Minute and 40 seconds left to go here in round number 2. Hard to believe that was just, a minute and 10 seconds? That was felt like a full round. There was so much action.
This pace is insane. If you notice, though, they're throwing nonstop, but Greco's throwing a lot more lead kicks, where Sattelmayer, she's throwing bombs still. Her hands are really being aggressive. She's taking over in this fight right now, and a lot of it has to do with those punches. She's throwing hard punches, and she's backing Greco up with that, and she's doing a really good job with that striking.
Yeah, the teep kick is a weapon for Greco, but it's not enough. She needs more weapons because you're right. Sattelmayer's walking in. Sattelmayer does not respect the power of Greco's hands.
Yeah, Greco's just kind of snapping off strikes, and Sattelmayer's sitting down and really using her power. And you can tell they're hitting at a little bit different speeds. And it looks like Sattelmayer's doing a good job controlling this fight, through 2 rounds right now.
Yeah, it's the all-important technique, isn't it, Billy? Like you said the perfect word there. Sattelmayer's sitting down on her punches. She's just getting more torque. She's getting more hip. She's getting more power on her punches. She's just damaging Greco, and Greco's punches are just they're not pushing Sattelmayer back.
There's no love over here. There was a heated either Brazil versus Argentina. Whatever it is. And it's interesting. One of our Brazilian commentators, he's Argentinian. Oh my God!
Oh my goodness!
Wow, Greco is definitely wearing
nasty
it now.
Hematoma.
Wow.
She's getting a J-check type of hematoma on her forehead. Holy smokes!
David, you can see the intensity. When they walk to the ring, it seemed like the intensity in the whole arena kind of picked up a little bit. And this fight has been nonstop fireworks so far.
It's crazy. They didn't touch gloves at the beginning of the fight. I'm sure you guys saw that. And it's they're fighting for the country. It's the first ever extreme fight between countries. So it's both want to go home with the victory against Argentina.
And you can tell it's two high level fighters too, and they're going at it. And you can tell there's no quit in Greco. She's still fighting, even though she's taking some clean shots.
She's the top number 1 fighter in her category in Argentina, so she can take a beating. You don't become number 1, she can take a beating.
You got to. Wow, she's a mess right now.
Oh, she's wearing it. She's wearing it.
Wow, and look at the intensity in her eyes still. Wow, this is reminiscent of Rory McDonald.
Jesus, oh my God.
Totally. And here they go.
Women give us always the best fights. Like you put an extreme fight with girls, and you're gonna have
so much emotion. There's so much emotion going into this. I met a casual fan the other day, and I was saying we were watching the fights, and he was asking, "Is there any girl fights?" And there's a huge crowd that just love watching these girls go at it.
They don't
beautiful left hand there from Sattelmayer. Sattelmayer now with the Muay Thai plum.
Yeah, still throwing with good intensity.
Sattelmayer's mixing it up. She's mixing it up better than Greco is.
Sattelmayer, she's 2 wives.
Beautiful left hook.
She's married to a guy who has 2 wives. There's 2 fighters, 2 women, married to the same guy. It's a threesome. So it must be interesting at home when they're going to take Pearl.
That's an interesting fact.
And the corner, if you can hear him screaming, the Brazilian guy. So that's the husband.
Yeah,
Greco just tagged Sattelmayer just a few seconds ago.
Yeah, and rocked her mouthpiece out right there almost.
Yeah. Sattelmayer now is taking a little wind out of her sails a little bit.
Yeah, we were wondering if she would start slowing down a little bit. Is it going to be too little, too late? She went super hard in the first 2 rounds. It looks like she's still smiling, having fun in there, but anything could still happen in this 3rd round.
Just a little over a minute to go for Greco to try to pull this thing out. She's definitely behind on the cards. She's trying to walk Sattelmayer down now.
And how tough is she? Look at her face right now. And she's acting like it's the first round, still throwing her techniques. You can tell she's very technically sound. She just doesn't have a lot of power, and she's just not matching Sattelmayer's power. But technique-wise, they both super high-level Muay Thai.
Yeah, absolutely. I love how Greco has stuck with what was working, which was the kicks. The teep kicks were working. She didn't bail on them, and it's starting to pay dividends now. She worked the legs of Sattelmayer a little bit. But I don't know. I don't know. Like you said, Billy, maybe just too little too late. She probably has to stop Sattelmayer at this point.
Yep, 25 seconds left. Sattelmayer hasn't let off since the opening bell. Non-stop action, and I think she's coasting to a unanimous decision. But good for her for still looking for the finish. And, credit to Greco for still being in this fight and still landing.
10 seconds to go in the fight. Who wants it more?
The ref Almendra, he's by far the best ref in the country. They made a soap opera with his personality, and he guest appearance there, and now he's a regular on TV. And you can see that he's got, I can say, the eye of the tiger. This guy doesn't miss a beat. He won this guy.
You can tell.
Because he's not going to mess up.
He had his hands full with these ladies, and just look at Greco's face right now.
Yeah,
my God.
Look at the difference. Now look at Sattelmayer's face. Barely an abrasion.
Yeah. Wow.
But I'll be back. I'm going to go give a hug to everybody and check out people. I'll be back.
All right,
Thank you, David. Here, action from the 3rd and final round. And, like we were saying, Greco stuck to her techniques, which did pay some dividends in the 3rd round. You saw her start turning the tide a little bit. Then Sattelmayer kind of battened down the hatches. She shifted gears yet again, and she was able to stop that early push in the 3rd round that Greco was applying.
Yeah, she was just at a little bit of a higher level, a little bit like you can tell both girls had a lot of intensity going towards each other. Sattelmayer just a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more powerful. Her combo is a little sharper. Give her credit for the Halloween costume. It's the first lady we've seen dressed up. And if I'm Greco, I'm not really. It's a tough loss, and I'm sure she's not going to be happy with it. But man, she showed so much heart in that fight. That she's only going to get better from here, and I expect both girls to have a bright future after this fight.
There you see the traditional Muay Thai respect by both of those fighters. The Muay Thai prayer symbol, standing for metta. May we all have peace. May we all be blessed. Blessings for all living beings. Just respect that I love in Muay Thai.
Yeah, and look at this. Everyone holding the hands, and, there's always so much sportsmanship. That's one of the best things about martial arts. Even though these girls were super aggressive and intense, fighting each other, right after they're shaking hands, having fun in there. And this is, this is what we do. This is what we love. So that's always great to see.
you think Sattelmayer's not having fun? Making the faces to the camera. And Greco's happy, too. Greco knows she lost, but she had a war. She made a good showing of herself, and you saw that long hug that both of these strawweights gave each other. Mutual respect.
Os juízes pontuaram 30-26, 30-27 e 30-27, declarando a vencedora por decisão unânime, Bianca Sattelmayer.
So if my Portuguese holds steady, it was 30-26 from the majority of the judges there. And so that one round, clearly a 10-8 round. And again, Greco, nothing to hang her head about. She came in and gave it a great fight, a very entertaining fight. You can see David Hudson giving her some love there, much deserved. And there's Sattelmayer with the essentially like lifting weights. That trophy's so big.
Yeah.
Incorporate that into your training.
Yeah, that is just an amazing trophy. I've never won a trophy. I've had 31 fights. I've never won a trophy that big. So hats off to David Hudson for giving these ladies some cool hardware for their troubles today.
Absolutely. Hey, you know what? You just gave me a great opportunity. Mentioning your 31 fights, you gave me a great opportunity to tease the fact, and I know you just went public with it, so I know I'm okay with this.
Yes.
Gavin Tucker.
Yes.
Hello. You will be fighting Gavin Tucker. Now, for everyone at home, check out how closely matched these two fighters are. So Gavin Tucker, he's